So tonight is the premiere of Damsel here in Berlin, and soon we're going to take some interviews, and we're looking forward to meet the actors and the directors. Yes, now we're here live from the red carpet, and Robert Pattinson and Mia's arriving now, so hopefully soon we're going to speak to them.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You have been playing against the Robert Pattinson in this movie. Can you tell us how has it been?
Yeah, it's great. He's such a lovely person, and we've worked together once before. So yeah, I was just saying it's so nice when you are able to work with somebody you already know. So, yeah.
Have a good night.
Okay, good night.
Welcome to Berlin Film Festival.
Oh, thank you.
So you've been directing this movie. Tell us, what was the experience with shooting this movie?
It was an adventure. Yeah. Out in the wilderness, you know, with animals and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Was that a big challenging? It
was challenging, but it's what we signed up for. You know, it's part of the fun of the experience of making it. But it was great.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're in the center of Berlin, and yesterday the movie Damsel had its premiere here in Berlin. And today we have a scheduled meeting to meet the film team behind the movie. So we're going to meet the two directors, David and Nathan Sellner, and also going to meet the leading actress, Mia Wasikowska. Nathan, Mia, and David, welcome to Berlin Film Festival.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's great to have you here. If we start with you, Nathan and David, it's a Western comedy. Where did it start? Where did you get your inspiration from this movie?
Well, we're big fans of the Western genre in general. Just grew up loving them, and so we've always wanted to do one. And I don't know, just when trying to come up with an idea of what kind of story we wanted to tell, or what kind of characters we wanted to have in it, we like the idea of taking the certain tropes and cliches, you know, of the Western genre that become kind of tiresome or overly familiar, and then using that as kind of a shorthand to set up the film, and then subverting it into something different.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, after seeing the movie, I would like to say the costumes and the set were was a perfection. Was that a huge challenge that you spent a lot of time on?
Yeah, and we got. I mean, we were influenced by other films, but also, you know, when we worked with Terry Anderson, the costume designer, and Scott Cuzio, the production designer, they brought so much to the table and really did a lot of research on the period. And the nice thing about kind of working with the tropes of the Western genre is we didn't set the film in a specific date or time. It was sort of like just in this 80-year span in the 1800s. So we were able to pull neat things that we would see from historical photographs or from other, you know, films, and kind of like make this mythical West as opposed to like a very fictionally accurate. But there was we wanted it to feel very real and feel very, you know, authentic in terms of what you were seeing, so that you could accept it as being, you know, a true Western in that regard.
But we didn't care about accuracy.
Okay. When we still talk about the environment and the set, and Mia, when you came into the movie, you really felt like you were back in that time?
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I just was so blown away by like Scott Cuzio and those guys. They built that entire little Western village, probably in a really quick, like a month. In like a month, they built this amazing set, and just walking around it. And I remember coming on one day, and there were like pigs coming out of a wheelbarrow and kittens. And
so you really felt alive.
Yeah, it was incredible. They did such an amazing job. It's, again, like you get to learn all these random skills that you'd never really, I don't know, have the chance to or think to do, and so it was.
Mia was the best on the horse.
I was, yeah. It was the getting on and off with dynamite. That was most impressive.
That one shot where you,
all in one shot.
When we were editing, we had no idea how you did it, but she's got this contraption and
guns and
and it's all real smooth.
It's super fluid, like you did it a million times.
Oh,
Yes, now we're standing here at the Film Palace, and it's the world premiere of Black 47. So now behind us we have the actors here. They are lining up to take us some pictures, and now we're gonna get some interviews. Yes. Jim,
Hi,
welcome to Berlin.
thank you very much.
So how does it feel now? World premiere.
Yeah, great. It's a wonderful film. It's great to be here. What a brilliant place to launch it. Yeah.
So tell us about your experience now when you were shooting this movie.
In this movie,
Yeah.
that was good. I play the rather nasty English lord who's he's the sort of the baddie of the film, really, and it's rather which is quite refreshing for me. I usually play very nice people, so it's quite nice to play someone who's fairly horrid and really nasty.
Nice to meet you. I'm from Sweden. Sweden,
We
yeah.
made loads of films in Sweden.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I made 3 films in Sweden.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
In Gothenburg and in Trollhättan.
Oh, Trollhättan. Very good, very good. So now we're standing here with Lance Daly on the world premiere of Black 47. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us about now. How was it to direct this movie?
Well, it was fun. You can see how many actors are in the film. There's a lot of people. So
It looks like they're having fun.
yeah, they're all here. We brought 8 cast with us. So yeah, they're great gang.
Yeah. So tell us, were there some scenes we won't see in the movie, or that we were cutting off, or
Well,
were there too much material to choose between, or?
Oh yeah, we cut some scenes. You always have to cut. You cut the good ones, you know. Yeah. But yeah, no, there's lots still in there. You know, we kept all the action scenes. Some of the dialogue gets cut. You know.
So which scene are you most proud of?
Oh, the big one at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big finale, I'd say. Yeah. That has the most things happening.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you so much, and I wish good luck.
Okay, cheers.
Now we're standing here in the Berlin Filmpalaz, and tonight the movie Eva has its premiere. So we're looking forward now to interview some of the actors. There you can see Isabelle in the white dress, and next to her she has Gaspard, and they are playing the main acting roles in the movie. Gaspard, hi, nice to meet you. So now we're standing here with Gaspard in Berlin, and it's premiere tonight. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're having one of the main acting roles. When you first got the script, what went through your mind?
Actually, when Benoît Jacot, the director, came to me to talk about the project, he was in the process of writing the script. So I read the novel first, because it's adapted from a novel by James Hadley Chase, and then it was also adapted by Joseph Losey with Jeanne Moreau. So I could watch the first film that was made as I was reading the Chase novel. I was really exciting, because obviously it's a very complex and ambiguous character that I had to portray, and then I was really pleased with the script, because I think Benoît managed to get this story elsewhere in a more modern version of it.
Okay. Nice to hear, and I wish you a good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Today I had a Swedish movie. It's first press screening, and the movie is The Real Estate. And now we're inside the press conference room, and we are looking forward to meet the team behind the movie. We're going to meet the leading actress, Leonor, and the directors behind this movie, Måns and Axel. So now we're looking forward to ask some questions.
Måns Manson, der Regisseur und Produzent des Films. Der außerdem die Kamera gemacht hat. Und dann Leonore Ekstrand, die Hauptdarstellerin.
Yeah, I think originally we wanted to draw Leonor, and whatever that was originally was documentary, but as we went further into it, it was obvious that we wanted more and more and more and more, and it turned into more and more fiction. But I think the documentary aspect, as we went into it, was all about Leonor, that we wanted to do a film with her.
Maybe the doc part was partly housing and real estate. But I mean, it was always really Leonore from the get-go. I mean, that's what we joined forces around, and really that's what the film was all about. And then naturally, the Stockholm housing and real estate was a sort of extension of that.
Hi, my name is Marcus, and I'm from Sweden. First, I want to say congratulations that your movie is here in the competition in Berlin. Last time we had a Swedish movie here was in 2009, so I'm very happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, Leonore, I think you did a great performance. In another interview, Måns said that the reason why the movie went as it did, became good, was because of you.
And I would say the same, but it was because of them. Honestly, they are absolutely fantastic to direct me and probably to direct anyone.
Also because of Sigrid, you know.
Yes.
Not to forget.
And I also want to ask Måns and Axel, which message did you want to get across to the audience?
The big one.
Big one. I mean, in terms of real estate, there is some real estate in it. I guess this character has to become even more brutal than that real estate business that she's surrounded by, and that can be a message in itself, I guess. Then there's.
I mean, real estate. It's all over the place, right? I mean, it's not only the universal aspects of us all needing a place to live and a roof over our heads. I mean, it's hard to not get engaged with real estate on so many levels in life and in art. And I think it was just very, very natural for us to dig into that once we decided we wanted to make a film with Leonore, because that was really the entry point.
Ja, då står vi här på Berlin filmpalats och bredvid mig här bakom mig nu har vi röda mattan. Och kvällen är en spännande kväll. Vi har den svenska filmen Toppen av ingenting som har premiär ikväll. Så vi ser fram emot att träffa skådespelarna och regissören bakom filmen. Så alldeles strax ska vi köra lite intervjuer med dem. Berlin filmfestival och det är premiären nu här kväll av filmen. Ja, berätta.
Det känns fullkomligt fantastiskt.
Ja.
Fullständigt egentligen obegripligt. Att det här lilla projektet kunde växa med den kraften som alla har besuttit. Ja. Framförallt de två regissörerna och Sigrid och The Leading Lady.
Ja. Och berätta då, hur kom du in i projektet då, i filmen?
Jag fick ett samtal för drygt 2 år sedan. Och Axel sa att vill du göra en trailer? Jag ska göra en fastighetsfilm. Jag kan inte betala dig någonting, men om vi får det här greenlightat så får du en roll i filmen. Ja, för fan, sa jag. Och så spelade vi in det här. Så ringde han efter ett par månader och sa att det är klart, vill du vara med? Det kommer vara lite ekivokt. Så frågade min fru, det kommer vara lite ekivokt, älskling. Hon skrek från köket, ja, kör! Vi kör.
Exakt.
Och på den vägen är det.
Ja, men det är härligt att höra och kul att, som sagt, att det kom hela vägen till Berlin.
Väldigt.
Så nu håller vi tummarna för er.
Stort tack.
Tack mycket.
Stort tack.
Ja, ha det bra. Och då har vi kvällens stjärna, Leonore. Välkommen hit.
Tack så hemskt mycket.
Ja, för du berätta nu här, Berlin filmfestival, det är ju premiären. Ja. Och vem kunde tro det, att ni skulle ta ena hit här?
Jag visste ingenting till för ungefär 2 månader sedan. Och det är helt enormt och det är jättekul. Och det är en fantastisk stämning. Glad som en lärka är jag.
Berätta om den resan då. Berätta om det här när det hände, när de ringde och berättade liksom att nu kommer jag med till Berlin filmfestival.
Ja, det var inte särskilt glamoröst, för jag stod inne på en ICA-affär som hade dålig täckning. Och fick hålla mig till apelsinerna i all oändlighet medan jag talade med Måns.
Okej.
Så det var inte så glamoröst, men jag blev jätteglad naturligtvis.
Till här. Lycka till, Lina.
Thank you.
Ja, då står vi här med Måns, en av regissörerna av filmen, en av skaparna bakom filmen. Välkommen hit.
Tackar.
Ja, då har vi Axel också. Ja. Då får jag säga här du, stort välkomna hit. Berlin filmfestival, det är premiär. Och vem kunde tro detta när ni började med filmen där hemma, att ni skulle komma hela vägen till Berlin? Berätta, har det funkat in nu den här känslan? Vi är här.
Nej, det har det inte gjort. Kanske efter.
Eller?
Kanske efter, kanske imorgon, kanske om ett år eller kanske aldrig. Men nej, inte riktigt sjungit in.
Nej. Om vi kollar tillbaka då under förutsättningarna, när ni började med det här, vad var tanken just då när det här projektet i början?
Jobba ihop med Axel.
Ett samarbete var det absolut viktigaste. Och
Leonor.
Givetvis.
Exakt.
Ja. Ett samarbete med Leonor.
Om man nu kollar här, man snackar mycket om utmaningarna. Om man nu bortser från finansieringen, vad var er största utmaning då i projektet?
Var det några utmaningar utöver det?
Låsa en klippning kanske.
Låsa en klippning är svårt. Framförallt om man är två. För att är man en, då kanske det är enklare.
Filma, inga problem.
Nej.
Bara rulla på, bara köra. Där är vi i synk. Jag tror att det är mer komplext att landa i vad fan är det man har gjort liksom, eller hur?
Ett gemensamt ultimat beslut.
Och när visste ni att Leonor skulle passa perfekt för den här rollen?
Från första början. Det var ingångs...
14 år sedan. För 14 år sedan. När vi jobbade med henne för första gången tillsammans.
Ja, men lyssnande, stort grattis till er. Som sagt, senast en svensk film var här var 2009. Så jag håller med tummarna nu att det går hela vägen.
Vi med.
Okay. Så lycka till.
Tack.
Yes, now we're inside the press conference room. And today, the movie 7 Days in Entebbe had its first showing. And this movie is based on a true story. So very exciting. And now we're gonna meet the team behind the movie and ask some questions.
So welcome to the press conference of 7 Days in Entebbe here at the 60th Berlin Film Festival. And of course a warm welcome to Daniel Brühl playing Bonnie Böse. The actress who played Brigitte Kuhlmann, Rosamund Pike. Welcome. And next to me is the director José Padilla. Welcome. There's one on the left.
Hi, my name is Marcus, work for Swedish television. My question goes to Daniel Brühl and Rosamund Pike. Since this movie was based on a true story, was it extra difficult for you or a big challenge for you to get it as right as possible since it happened in reality?
I think in some ways there might have been more pressure on Eddie Marsan and Leo playing Rabin and Perez because there is so much more footage of them available. I mean, we know what Rabin was like, we know what Perez was like, what they looked like. There's actually a remarkable deficit of information on Brigitte Kuhlmann and Wilfried Böse. In a way, we had a kind of freedom to fill in some gaps in the stories left by the hostages and a sort of minute amount of information that's out there on the internet. And, you know, the way José had envisaged the script, we had some freedom. And as I say, I think it's in the realm of doubt that we were able to create the characters. It's in the gaps between the account of the IDF soldiers and the account of the hostages, you know, whether the terrorists, the reason they didn't kill anyone is because they didn't have time or because they had a humanitarian impulse. You know, there's doubt, and doubt creates space for drama, I suppose.
But that's an interesting point because that for me was a crucial moment in the film. Was he deliberately, you know, taking the decision of not killing the hostage? I had to make a choice as an actor, and so it was so important to have sources and eyewitnesses like Monsieur Lemoine next to me in saying he remembers that moment clearly, and for him, you know, Böse took this decision not to kill the hostages. So these kinds of information were absolutely crucial for me, you know.
Yeah, and I think it was that moment when I spoke to Jacques for the first time 4 years ago, when he told me that story. That was the moment I knew we had a film.
And so a couple of questions. Did you make a lot of research to make this film, because it's such effective in a different side, especially inside the Israeli government dialectics? Is a study of culture also, not?
Right.
Thanks.
Well, first the research. When I I didn't originate this project. I received the screenplay that Kate Solomon and Tim Bevan sent to me. I read the screenplay. It was incredibly well-written script by Gregory Burke. And the screenplay from the beginning was telling two parallel stories. It was telling the story of the hijackers and the relationship with the hostages. It was also telling the story of the cabinet in Israel, in particular the fights between Rabin and Peres and the discussions whether to negotiate or not negotiate. So Kate had done an amazing amount of research. She had already interviewed hostages, and there was a book written by Professor Saul Davis, who also was very well researched. So I read the book. I went to London, I met Kate and Tim, and then I went to Israel with Kate. And in Israel, then, I did more research because I wanted to find out, whether the book was accurate or so on. And in Israel, I met a lot of people. I met some hostages that I spoke to. I met most of the people who were actually in the plane, the Israeli military, Sayrat Makal. I met Ehud Barak, who was Prime Minister of Israel. We spoke with him for 2 days. He was also part of the operation, and he was a very good friend of Yoni Netanyahu. In short, met Yuval Rabin. We talked to a lot of people to do the research of this movie. It was important to have facts accurately, especially because the official narrative of this, the standard narrative, is a military story. It's a story of a military feat. And in Greg's script, already there was a moment where Bose decides that his priority is not to kill the hostages, and he actually tells them, he tells Jacques Lemoyne, who is here, to lay down. And he points his weapon, so he decided not to make killing the hostages his priority. Now, this is not in the official narrative. So I had to check this out, and it's true.
Yes, now we're standing here on the red carpet, and tonight is the movie 7 Days in Entebbe that has its premiere here. So we're very excited. Earlier this day we had a press conference with them. So now a couple hours later, so I'm gonna arrive here on the red carpet, and hopefully we're gonna speak to the director and some of the actors. So welcome to Berlin.
Thank you so much.
I just want to ask you, you spent a lot of time on this. This movie is based on a true story, and you've done a lot of research. Was that a big challenge for you?
It was. It's a political issue. It's Israel and Palestine, even though it's a historical event. It's one that has influenced history till today. And so we took very good care of it by looking at research, talking to the real people who were there, who are still alive, reading books about it. I got good help from Working Title on that, so yeah.
And you said from the beginning, or you said at the press conference, you knew that Daniel was perfect for the role.
Yes, I've been watching Daniel since Goodbye Lenin, and I've loved his work from the beginning, and it was a great opportunity for me to be able to work with him. So that's Daniel, Roseman, Eddie Marsh, and I had an amazing cast, you know.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we're inside a press conference room, and today the movie Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot has its premiere. And very soon we're going to meet the leading actor, Joaquin Phoenix, and the team behind the movie.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marcus, work for Swedish television. First of all, I will say it's great to have you here. And my questions go to Joaquin Phoenix. It's always difficult to play somebody else, and I know that you did a great job when you played Johnny Cash in Walking the Line. So my question to you is, how did you prepare yourself for this role so it will be as real as possible when you play the cartoonist John Callan?
Well, I read his book several times, and Gus had shot some footage. He had like 5 or 6 hours of John. He was interviewing him, and that was really helpful. Because during the research, I learned that each person reacts differently to their accident, and so the physical movements and manifestations change from person to person, even if you have the exact same injury. So it was really useful to see how John's movements changed specifically. I don't know what else I did. I can't remember. It was a year ago. What else did we do?
Well, one of John's things was I don't know if he had a souped up wheelchair or not, but he had a very fast wheelchair, and he would, I always thought, go very fast down the street. This is one of the visible things about his life, was that he was always speeding down 21st or 23rd Avenue in Portland very, very fast. I mean, 20 miles an hour on the sidewalk in front of storefronts. And he often had accidents, and I always thought it was his way of having fun. Like he couldn't skateboard necessarily, he couldn't necessarily ski, but he could go very fast in his wheelchair. And we didn't really cover it that well. We have one little bit where he's going.
Gus was telling me yesterday that the thing to do when you do interviews is just answer what you want to say. Like, don't answer the question, just say what you want. And he just did it. And I was really impressive. It's amazing. I want to learn how to do that.
There you go.
Now we're standing here at the Berlin Filmpalaz, and tonight the movie Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot has its premiere. And the main acting role in this movie is Joaquin Phoenix. So we're looking forward to meet the team behind the movie, and the red carpet has recently started.